today let's continue Diary of Wimpy Kid Hard Luck. A few years ago, Mom invited a bunch of my classmates to my birthday party. But she thought I already had enough toys and she said so on the invitation. You're invited, Greg Hevley's birthday party, this Saturday at 4 p.m. Plus, Gregory has plenty of toys. If you bring a gift, please consider a book. Usually when you open presents at your birthday party, all the other kids are jealous. But at my party, I think people just felt sorry for me. Unfortunately, Mom's idea caught on with a bunch of other moms in our neighborhood, and nowadays I have to be careful whenever I see a kid walking around at recess carrying a new book. Thanks a lot, jerk. Then there's Leon's feast and his gang. I got into a situation with those guys a few summers ago, and there's been bad blood between us ever since. One day, me and Rowley went down to the school to ride our bikes on the basketball court, but Leon and his friends showed up a few minutes later. They told us that we were gonna have to leave so they could play basketball. I told Leon we could make a compromise and they could have one half of the court and we could ride our bikes on the other. But they didn't like that idea and gave us the boot. On the ride home, I was really mad that we let ourselves get pushed around like that, and I wanted to do something about it. A few days later, Mom asked me out of the blue if I wanted her to sign me up for the Superhero Training Academy. She showed me the flyer and I was sold. Enroll your child in the Superhero Training Academy at the YMCA. Unlock your child's inner superpowers. Enroll at the front desk. I couldn't wait to graduate from the Superhero Training Academy and show Leon and his gang a thing or two. Rowley's mom signed him up too, and we were both pretty excited about it. But on the first day, I realized it was a total scam. First of all, the Superhero Training Academy was in the gymnastics room at the YMCA and not some secret bunker underneath the building. Then I found out the whole superpower part was a joke. Good job, Jonathan. So me and Raleigh were stuck in a day camp for a week while our moms ran errands. And at the end, we didn't even get masks or costumes or anything cool like that. We just got these stupid certificates. Greg Hevley is a superhero of showing good manners during snack time. A few weeks later, we went down to the school on our bikes again, and sure enough, Leon and his friends were on the basketball court. But I guess I should have given Rowley the heads up that his superhero training was totally worthless. Aside from the kids I need to avoid, like Leon, there are a few different groups that hang out together at recess, but I don't think I really fit in with any of them. There are some kids who play a fantasy card game and another group that just hangs out and reads. Then there's the group that plays on the field. A few months ago, the school banned any games that involve a ball because too many kids were getting hurt. So these guys made up a game where somebody's shoe is the ball, but don't even ask me what the point of the game is. Eric Gligg hangs out with his sketchy friends behind the school where the teachers can't see them. I've heard that if you want to buy an old book report or homework assignment, he's the guy to talk to. The girls hang out in groups too. There's one that jumps rope near the side of the school and another that does hopscotch 50 feet away. I've heard the two groups don't get along, but I have no idea what that's all about. I'll tell you the group I wish I could join, and that's the girls who hang out near the cafeteria door and gossip about everyone who walks by. I've tried to slip into that group before, but it's pretty clear outsiders aren't welcome. Looks like Lori got a fancy new haircut. As if that makes up for her tacky earrings. As if. The only place where boys and girls hang out together is on the playground. Some of the kids have started playing girls chase boys, which was a big thing back in elementary school. I've tried to get in on the girls chase boys game over the years, but most of the girls are only interested in chasing the popular guys like Bryce Anderson. Is Bryce absent today or something? Yeah, but bet you can't catch me. Hee hee. Every so often, during girls chase boys, somebody will yell out and flip the whole game. Boys chase girls. It goes back and forth like that until the bell rings and it's time to go inside. The only problem with that game is they never say what you're supposed to do when you actually catch someone. I remember the time in 5th grade when we were playing boys chase girls, and I caught Kara punter fair and square. Gotcha. Kara reported me to the playground monitor, who made me sit against the wall for the rest of recess. I'm pretty sure the school called my parents too. I think the school realized there are some kids who have trouble joining in with the others at recess, so a few weeks ago they turned the bully reporting station on the playground into a find a friend station. Find a friend station. Press the button and wait here. I always thought the find a friend station was a lame idea, but it's not like I have a lot of options these days. I don't know if people didn't notice the blue light going off or if anyone was just too busy playing girls chase boys, but no kids came over. I think Mr. Nern must have felt sorry for me because he walked over with a box of checkers. Would you like to be my friend? I guess it was better than nothing, but I hope Mr. Nunn doesn't think this is gonna be a regular thing. King me. Wednesday. Okay, you know things are bad when even your little brother has more friends than you. A family with a kindergarten-age kid named Mikey moved in down the street a few weeks ago, and Mikey and Manny hit it off. The two of them have been hanging out after school every day since they met. Mikey loves to drink grape juice, and I've never seen him without a juice ring around his lips, so he always looks like a 40-year-old man with a goatee. Mikey. The only thing Mikey and Manny do together is watch TV. As far as I know, neither of them has ever said a single word to the other, but I guess something about the relationship just works. And even crazier than that, now Grandpa has a girlfriend. I didn't even know you could still date once you got to be Grandpa's age, but I guess I was wrong. I probably shouldn't be surprised. Dad says that at leisure towers the women outnumber the men 10-1, so there are always women lined up at Grandpa's door trying to win him over with casseroles and baked goods. Grandpa started dating this widow named Darlene, and we met her this weekend when they came over for dinner. Stop slouching. I think it's totally crazy that Rowley and Grandpa both have girlfriends at the same time. All I can say is that if these are the people who are going to populate the next generation, the human race is in big trouble. I never should have opened up to Mom about what's been going on in my social life, because now she's made it her mission to help me find new friends. Yesterday she invited her old roommate from college to her house because her friend has a son, and Mom thought the two of us might really hit it off. But what Mom didn't mention is that her friend's son is a high school senior, which made for a really awkward afternoon. Gregory likes shrinky dinks. Do you like shrinky dinks? Lately, Mom's been giving me tips on how to make new friends at school. I think her heart is in the right place, but the advice she gives me would never work with kids my age. For example, Mom said that if I'm just really nice to everyone I meet, then word will spread and I'll become the most popular kid at school in no time. Have you heard how nice Greg Heffley is? I heard he was nice too. It's all true. Maybe that kind of stuff worked when Mom was growing up. But kids aren't like that anymore. I keep telling Mom that nowadays popularity is based on stuff like what kinds of clothes you wear and what kind of mobile phone you have. But she doesn't want to hear it. At school, there's this big push to encourage positive reinforcement, so they've started taking down all the anti-bullying posters in the hallways because they don't fit with the new theme. Hey bullies, watch where you're going. Like bullying? Hope you like prison. Stomp out bullying. Free zone. Now instead of punishing kids for acting mean to each other, they're rewarding kids for being nice. The basic idea is that if a teacher catches you being kind to another kid, you get a hero point. Whoops. Aha. If you get a certain number of hero points, You can turn them in for prize like extra recess time. You've earned 1 hero point. Turn in your hero points at the front office for prizes. And the homeroom that gets the most hero points gets a day off from school in June. I actually thought it was a pretty decent idea, but of course people always have to go and mess things up. Right away kids realized they didn't actually have to do good deeds to get hero points. They just started faking good deeds whenever the teacher were around. Let me help you with those books, Anthony. Why, thank you, Peter. Hero points are printed on sheets of 10 and teachers tear one off when they want to reward a kid. Eric Clegg got his hands on one of those sheets and photocopied it. So after that, there were all these counterfeit hero points going around school. Eric started selling them for 25 cents a point, but then other kids realized they could make copies too. And after that, there were so many hero points going around that you could buy 100 for a quarter. The teachers got suspicious when the worst kids in our class started turning in tons of hero points for extra recess. So that's it for today. If you want, I'll continue this book tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Like and comment if you want me to. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.